This podcast is part of the Big Heads Media Podcast Network. For more great podcasts, head over to bigheadsmedia.com. Hi there, folks, and welcome to the Gilmore, the Gilmerrier. It's a Gilmore Girls podcast brought to you by us at TV Tuners. I'm your host, Swanson. With me, as always, is my co-host and singer in an all-female band, Stairmaster. I'm surprised you didn't do Walk Like an Egyptian.
That was what I was doing.
Oh, God.
I would say you tried, but I can't tell.
Yeah, that's the Stairmaster way. And that other voice you're hearing, of course, is my other co-host and new guy on the block who is going to invite you to a party, Kyorain.
You want to come over to my party?
Yeah, sure. I'm sure you're totally fine.
Yeah, come on in.
With your late 90s hairdo.
Come on in.
And the fact you're like several years older than me.
Clearly.
Come
and
on
I
in.
feel like you know that I'm not as old. I'm not older.
I'm not
old enough for you to be messing with at all.
Come on in. It's going to be nice and it's going to be fine.
Sounds cool.
Sit down.
Okay, sit down.
Well, if you say so.
Put on the collar.
What would you do if you walked into someone's house and they immediately told you to sit down?
It depends. Are they hot?
I feel like that's happened.
Yeah? To you?
Yeah, to me.
Like you've walked into, not like a relative either, not like your parents. You walk into like just your friend's house and he's just like, sit down.
Not have a seat or make yourself at home. Just sit down.
Yeah, and it's not like the tone of his voice isn't like there's something grave.
Well, no, it's clearly sexual.
Yeah.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah, I would enjoy that quite a bit.
Yeah. Like if I got invited to like John Hamm's house
Strip.
and I came in and he was like, sit down.
Do it slow. Do some.
What if they remade True Lies but it was John Hamm? And he was playing both roles.
I think it would make more sense for John Barenthal, at least. Of all the Johns in
Okay,
Hollywood.
what if it's John Barenthal and John Hamm?
Okay, yeah, John Hamm. It's Jamie Lee Curtis's character.
Yeah, he's like stripping around and John Barenthal's just watching. Better movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Welcome to the Gilmore, the Gilmerrier, a podcast all about Gilmore Girls. Brought to you, of course, by various people, but this time around, Gio.
Please cut it out.
From Buy Me a Coffee.
You don't need to do this anymore.
We're nearing the end stretch of the current run, as it were.
We're nearing the end.
We got one more episode after this.
There's no more after this. I'm asking you. Clear. You can tell that we're burnt out.
Are we?
I am.
I mean, Stairmaster is for sure. He's definitely is ready. Luckily, I mean, even if someone buys us Gilmore's, that's not what we're doing next. So, we're doing something Stair is really excited to do next.
Yeah, Mobile Suit Gundam, Thunderbolt, December Sky.
Wrong. We're doing Cowboy Bebop next, the live-action Cowboy Bebop. But we still got another Gilmore to go before we get there. Of course, this is from buymeacoffee.com/TVTuners. You go over there. What you do, if you want to donate, a single coffee gives you an episode of this very podcast. Well, of any podcast, really. It doesn't have to be this Gilmore Girls one. In fact, I would say it shouldn't. I would say it shouldn't, but this one is actually, it's become relatively popular for some reason. People love hearing us slowly warm up to the show.
Well, you slowly warm up.
Stairmaster's slowly warming down.
I'm slowly melting down.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it for Stairmaster, is that he's begrudgingly being like, it's a show.
If we get another batch of episodes, I'm gonna have to press AIDS at 5 for sure.
But what you do is you go over, you buy a coffee, anything you want us to talk about, pretty much. It's free reign. If it's not ridiculous, like we're not going to talk about, I don't know, something horrendous, as in like an atrocity.
A Serbian film. The Serbian
Yeah,
film.
we're not going to do that. We already did a better version by watching Videodrome. Go listen to that episode instead.
You should purchase an episode on The Fugitive starring Harrison Ford.
If you do, I'll make sure to comment and say, I don't care!
I feel like that might give the wrong impression.
Well, hopefully they would know it's, of course, the seminal quote from the movie. That's the one everyone talks about,
Yes.
that quote. But of course, if you have any comments, questions, foresights, otherwise, well, you could send them to us at our email address. And we could read them aloud on the podcast. That's right. Send any of those over to our email address, tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com, and we'll read them aloud. Maybe even provide some answers. What's that email address, Gilmerrier?
Is that real? tvtunerspodcast@gmail.com?
That's right. It's very real. You could be like Geo, who sent us this email. Keo saves.
True.
Fellas, I can't sleep. I just can't figure this one out. Can you help? If the TVT3 were a classic D&D type party, which class would each person be? Like, would Stairmaster be a pluckish rogue or a brooding rogue? Or like some kind of dark magician that is mad at the world because way back in magician school, he tried wearing a perm one day, but everyone just called him Hairmaster and the book dropped him. Roll for initiative.
I feel like Hairmaster would be a good name to have.
Yeah, that'd probably be cool, right? Hairmaster.
I mean, the Implied Your Hair game is on point.
The only thing I can think of that would be better is Headmaster, because there's two different meanings.
Context matters, though. If they're saying it to mock your hair because it's ridiculous looking, then you'll be sad about it.
Yeah, it would.
True. As for what class I would be, I would probably be the wisecracking wizard.
Wizards known for their wisecracking.
Yeah. Well, I guess what's specifically the most chaotic magician class?
I would say sorcerer or warlock.
Isn't there like a literal like wild sorcerer
druid?
in D&D? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'd probably be that. I'd probably be the wisecracking sorcerer.
Weren't you the druid in the game Keo had? I feel like we played a
druid.
I feel like we played a D&D game where Swanson was a druid.
Yeah, I was a droog in the game, the D&D game we played. I was a droog.
Yeah.
And
I was the DM, which makes me really strong. I could probably pretty much take on anybody.
Yeah.
Is that a class?
Keo would be.
That's a
Keo
class,
would be the
yeah.
Dom.
That's true. Yeah. Domjins and Dragons.
CMS 09 Rick Dom.
Yeah, we're just bringing Gundams in there.
Yes. Well, Gundam would totally fuck up Dungeon and Dragon shit.
Is that what class you would be?
No. I would be the Bard.
Yeah,
I would
that's
dress
true.
up like a clown, though. That'd be my fun twist on it.
So when is the Lord of the Rings reboot coming?
It's not a reboot.
No, when's the Lord of the Rings reboot coming that's going to have like Gandalf who does like quips?
That'd be fun.
2028. I'm calling it now.
Like the Balrog shows up and he's like, "Get a load of this
that
guy."
happened. He
Pretty
stomps
much, yeah.
he bangs his staff into the ground. We fly now, and they both fall.
And like his staff makes like a fart noise. He's like, "Oh, wrong spell."
I'm
I
Gandalf the
want this
White
to
now.
happen.
And like Boromir is like, "Oh, I don't know if we can do that in the Third Age."
Yeah, to actually answer the question, I'd be the cleric because I'm very disciplined, very devout.
That's true.
That's a devout
Follow
Muslim.
the rules.
Yes. Keo does pray every day.
Yeah, I face the correct direction.
Which is?
It's east.
East.
That's right.
That's right. I guess you can.
I
guess you can face west as long as you're facing it. Since the Earth is a globe.
If you face west and there's a mirror in front of you, does it count?
I don't want to test the lore on that one.
Well, by that logic, if there's a wall, your logic implies that you have to have direct line of sight on Mecca, Swanson, and I don't think that is feasible for anyone besides astronauts and people who already live in Saudi Arabia.
I guess. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Wisecracking Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White, and his first words are, I cummied.
What? He cummied?
That's right.
I don't...
So it's Gandalf the White.
Oh, okay.
You don't get
it
it
comes
there?
more of a... kind of a gross boy color than a white.
It's a what?
A gross boy color.
Okay.
We all know, fellas. You know what cum looks. We all know what cum looks like. I don't have to say it because I don't have the word for it. It's sort of like a, it's not white. It's sort
white?
of. It's not really white. I wouldn't say.
It sounds like Stairs have been eating his vegetables.
Maybe I haven't.
Anyway, I hope we answered your question, Gio. But listen, email isn't the only place where you can get at us. Of course, if you like to traverse the Twitter space, going on twitter.com, well, you can hop on over to our Twitter account, @TVTuners, and take a gander. We got tons of great TV content curated by our single intern, whose name escapes me.
It's Gandalf.
Oh.
Found a hippie on the
really
street and kidnapped him.
Dang. All right. Well, he's got a way with words, that Gandalf, or at least retweets.
Yeah, so this tweet of the week comes from Harry M. Wood, who writes, when I was a tour guide at NU, I used to introduce myself by saying, I'm from Andover, home of America's favorite actor, Michael Chiklis. One time as I said this, there was a big, yeah! And sitting in the back with his kids was Michael Chiklis.
All right. That's a charming story. Do we think it's real?
Oh. Yeah, that seems like a Michael Chiklis move.
Yeah. He's got big screaming yeah and a crowd energy.
Imagine being in that crowd. You just hear that guy saying yeah, and you turn back, and it's Michael Chiklis.
Do you think everyone knew who Michael Chiklis was?
No.
Yeah.
I would shatter into
Dead.
a million pieces.
Kia would say, it's the guy from Coyote, the only show I've watched that has Michael Chiklis in it.
He's Jerry Seinfeld's friend.
What?
He's also the commish.
Oh yeah,
Excuse
the commish,
me?
of course.
The commish.
The commish.
Have you ever actually watched an episode of the commish?
Nope.
There? I think I remember seeing it on TV once, like one of those old back channels, like MeTV. He has hair in that, doesn't he?
Oh my god, that's horrifying.
Yeah, I think he has hair. It's weird.
No.
It's true.
You can't do that.
I mean, it's hard to
Michael
believe,
Chiklis
but
with a mullet.
You can't put hair on Michael Chiklis' head. It's just like
it's hard to believe,
do
Keo, but before people go bald, they usually do have hair.
What?
Yeah, most of the time, people who are bald at one point had hair.
Not Bruce Willis. He was born hairless.
It's true, and he's stayed that way ever since.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's a pretty crazy
pretty
guy.
Smooth. Literally.
No, that's not the crazy thing. It's crazy that you can people who are bald had hair. It's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
So how's this work? So like when you're you're born a little baby, and usually babies don't have much hair.
true.
So you're saying like at some point like the baby grew the hair, and then later the baby lost the hair, and then they're bald.
Yeah.
Well, most
That's
babies,
probably the best way of
babies are kind
thinking
of
about
bald with it.
Okay, here's a photo of Michael Chiklis from the commish. Saying he has hair is sort of
charitable.
Putting it is being very generous to the amount of hair he has on the top of his head.
That's a lot of hair compared to the Shield.
That's true, but he is clearly fighting a losing battle here.
Some battles are worth fighting, Swanson, even if you're going to lose.
Is this one particularly worth fighting?
Judging by that peak, that peak would make Vegeta blush, so I'm going to go no.
Yeah, it kind of looks like my peak. Oh, no.
Yeah, same, actually. Oh, no.
Oh, fix it.
I wish I had both the resources and the ability to care. I don't know. It's just going to happen, and I'm not really worried about it. First the hair, and then your body, then you die.
Oh, that's crazy. And not going to be me.
Yeah, Kia's going to live forever.
For better or worse.
I'm gonna transfer my soul into a statue, which will be a fate much worse than death.
But you're going to do it anyway, knowing that it's bad.
I'm going to be merged with a boulder in the middle of the park. And it'll look like a fucked up face. And people will just think it's a weird rock while I'm screaming the entire time and no one can hear me.
Yeah, you sound like good ideas.
Except I'll be a statue.
Oh, I don't have no, it's not my choice. It's just going to be forced upon me by a teen with attitude.
Oh, okay. I mean, these all sound better than dying, of course.
Yeah.
Just being like begging to be released from this statue for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, it really makes you appreciate all those other people who just die. Anyway, I'm going to tune in on this tweet.
I'm going to tune out.
I'm going to tune in.
Oh, wow.
I'm just going to tune out arbitrarily.
I'm already tuned out on this episode.
Oh, okay.
Of TV tuners, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Didn't want to worry you there.
That makes more sense. All right, well, I have but one last thing to ask before we get into the episode proper. What'd you guys watch this week? Anything fun? Interesting?
No. I've been spending my free time on Bosch.
So you did watch something?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
I mean, how much Bosch is there left?
I got one season left. It's the final season.
Stair, you sound
Season
sad
7.
that you're almost done with Bosch.
I'm gonna miss him.
I mean, he's got a whole other show, doesn't he?
What?
Bosch Legacy?
What the fuck are you talking about, Swanson?
Is that it? I thought that was how we brought up Bosch the one time that made you watch the dumb show.
No, I think we just said that as like a joke.
No, it's a real thing.
No, I think you're smoking some.
Bosch Legacy.
I think you
coming to IMDb
what
TV.
Yeah.
Well, Wikipedia doesn't say anything about it, so
it's it's a real show.
Look at Stair with his Wikipedia. He's always going on Wikipedia, and he's going to the talk page.
Also, your Wikipedia is wrong because on the Bosch page it says a spin-off series, Bosch Legacy, is in development.
I'm sorry, I don't scroll as fast as you, Swanson. I don't want to give myself
Scroll. It's on the top of the thing that says Bosch.
Oh.
For the show, Bosch, about this guy, Bosch.
Wait, hold on. This is Amazon's IMDb TV. Why isn't it just more IMDb? Why isn't it just on Amazon? Why don't they just make more Bosch?
They want you to be on IMDb TV so they can justify having it around.
I think that these companies are stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. You guys hear about how Netflix is raising their prices by like a lot?
Oh, yeah. I heard about how their stock prices were falling by like a lot.
Oh, that's true. That might have, maybe those two things coincided, perhaps. Also, I guess not by a lot. It's just that they're going to be the most expensive streaming service on the market now,
with the least amount of content.
The least amount of content that people want. Yeah, I mean, it's a bold idea, I guess.
They got their Resident Evil show with Lance Reddick. coming up, I think.
Oh, they're still doing Resident Evil shows?
Yeah. Lance Reddick is going to play Wesker. Presume.
That sounds terrifying.
Yeah. He's got a trench coat and sunglasses.
Oh my god.
Maybe he'll do Kung Fu as well.
We gotta watch this.
Yeah. I mean, I was prepared to not watch anything else involving Resident Evil after we watched that Infinite Darkness show. But
you mean the one that was just cutscenes from a game that they never released?
Yeah. Yeah, it was bad. But I would watch whatever this is just for that.
Yeah, we can just watch the clip of it on YouTube.
That's a bold idea.
Yes. That'll save us the most amount of work.
We can watch the music video for it as well.
Yeah. Let's watch like a fan video of it set to like music from like the mid 2000s.
Exactly, yeah. And, you know, it portrays Wesker in a sympathetic light as well.
Yeah. So what, is that still tuning on Bosch? Bosch is still good?
Yeah, he's my dad.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah. Well, I watched Zero Dark 30.
Oh, yes, This Is How We Kill Osama Bin Laden movie.
Oh, how they want you to think they killed Osama Bin Laden. I think most of it's just made up.
Probably.
Like
he's still alive?
Yeah, I think that they faked it.
It was a deep fake.
I think Osama's living it nicely on Little St. James.
Yeah, that tracks.
Wow.
He was on the flight logs, no one noticed.
No, you know, the most baffling and the only part of that movie that I really care to talk about is the fact that James Gandolfini is in it for one scene.
Oh, really?
That's a CIA bigwig or whatever the fuck. Yeah, they should have had him do Chris Pratt's role of going in there and killing Osama.
I also didn't know Chris Pratt was in that movie.
Yeah, he's the Navy SEAL. He's Navy SEAL.
That's one of those movies that like came out and I knew existed and then I just never watched.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah, just keep doing that. You're not missing much.
All right.
Okay, sounds good.
Will do, Captain.
The shootout isn't even that cool. They just trick people into coming out and getting shot by saying their names.
That is like a normal way to kill someone. Like I could be like, "Hey, Keo," and then shoot him when he's like, "What?" It's like, "Hey, did you call me?"
Yeah, well, you'd say my name like 3 times, and then I'd be like, "All right, maybe I should go check this out." After the 4th time,
that's true.
And
yeah,
then you'd shoot me.
Yeah, the Beetlejuice roll. You gotta say someone's name at least 3 times.
They have to say it like 3 times in the movie to get him to come out.
Osama! He's like playing N64 or something.
Yeah.
Do they do this like one by one? Like
Swanson.
Have a list with their names?
You didn't know? The CIA has his computer like legally archived. You can browse the files on its hard drive on the internet, and he's got Final Fantasy VII on an emulator.
Did he finish it?
We'll never know.
I bet you he made it.
Files?
I bet he was trying to beat the weapons when he got got.
I think he was trying to save Tifa or Aerith. I've been thinking of Tifa because of that Parliament thing that happened.
Do you think he cried when Aerith died?
Yeah.
That what thing that happened?
Oh, you didn't hear about this? Someone accidentally...
Hear about what?
Someone broadcasted, like, source filmmaker pornography of Tifa getting fucked in the ass in front of Italian Parliament.
All right.
Like, that's funny. The whole body was assembled. And it was...
How'd that happen?
I don't care.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
The Keo, sometimes you don't have to ask why something happened. You just have to marvel that it did.
You just gotta be happy.
No, I didn't say
why.
I said how.
I don't know.
Is the how really as important as the fact that it happened?
I'm just getting...
Let's
see.
Was this like a rogue, like, what do you call a parliamentary guy?
Oh, yes. There's a Zoom call for the Senate, and one of the Parliament guys just posted the Zoom information on Twitter before the call.
Wow. That's crazy.
I hope that guy becomes the new Italian
the conference
president.
was live streamed to Facebook and broadcast on Italia's Senato TV, which is equivalent to C-SPAN.
Oh, so no one watched it.
The intruder has been identified as a user named Alex Spence, who continued his activities in the general confusion and played another video featuring Xiang Ling from Genshin Impact. Good on him.
Wow, what a pervert.
A sick and depraved individual.
According to Italian news outlet Adocronos, Matavoni will be reporting the incident to the police.
Oh, I'm sure they'll get him.
Yeah, they'll find that guy.
He'll be extradited for this.
Imagine doing time in Italian jail for streaming porn.
I watched Gilmore, and Italian prison seems pretty cool. You just hang out in a dorm with your bros, and you yell at the guards and throw garbage at them if you don't like them. And have to do what you want.
Huh. I love throwing garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys love throwing garbage? You ever throw garbage around? It's such a great time.
You throw a trash can full of garbage.
It's very cathartic.
Sometimes I go out, I hang out with the garbage ape, we throw around some trash. It's a great time.
Is that a Twitter user?
Garbage ape?
I know the garbage ape was from from that comic Marlboro or whatever the fuck his name is.
Garbage ape is from Heathcliff.
Heathcliff, not Marlboro.
It's a creature that Heathcliff is like obsessed with, who I guess loves garbage and is an ape.
Wait, so Heathcliff is like friends or is he like foes?
I think they're friends with they're friends.
That's beautiful. I love how nature works.
I still don't understand what Heathcliff is.
It's about a cat, Kiel.
It's a single-panel comic strip made from a delusional man's mind, where every day something inexplicable happens.
And he wears a hat, a helmet.
Yeah, sometimes he wears a helmet that just says ham on it.
Yeah, what is that? What is Heathcliff?
It's a question many ask. No one's figured it out.
Is a commentary on our society, Keo.
Oh, okay. So it's like it's chock full of metaphors and. Well,
no, the vacuousness is a commentary on our society. The empty signifiers of the ham hat, the garbage ape.
Okay.
The garbage ape is a commentary on celebrity culture.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
The garbage ape represents Mel Gibson.
That's right. In a way, he is sort of a garbage ape. All right. Well, I watched a film called Barb and Star Go to Vista Del Mar.
That sounds like a pornography.
It's not.
Oh, okay.
The two ladies the two ladies, Barb and Star, do have a threesome at one point, but you don't really see anything, and it is sort of played for laughs.
One of those funny kind of threesomes.
Listen,
where it goes wrong.
Yeah. They wake up sandwiched between like the guy, and that's really all you get. But it's a funny little movie. I miss when it's like a 90s comedy in like the best way, where it's just goofy. They're just coming up with the dumbest possible ideas and just throwing them out there. I kind of miss that. It was good. I'm not gonna say like it was like the funniest thing I've watched all year or anything, but it was a good way to spend your time.
It's only been 25 days since the year started.
Yeah, it's not the funniest thing I watched in 25 days.
Okay, what is it?
Did you get a Chuck L?
Yeah, I got a couple of Chuck L's.
But what is the funniest thing you've seen this year, Swanson?
Probably that video of the Italian guy streaming porn.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is a good one.
Did they react very strongly to this? Were they like gasping?
They were jerking it.
That's funny?
There's a guy in the back who's like, "Oh, Marone!"
Yeah, that's how they talk over there. One of them oddly said, "This is anti-Italian discrimination."
That's crazy. That sounds pretty funny.
Anyway, yeah, I would give it a tune in.
I'll take your word for it, Swanson. For now.
And I'm going to assume Keo has nothing for us, so we can move on.
True, I've got nothing for you.
There's nothing here for Keo Rain. I was opening the folder that said things Keo watched, and it's empty.
Yeah. There's just a moth in there.
Yeah. He didn't even watch it leave. That's how little he watches. Anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into our main event this week. We watched a show, the same show that we've been watching, and now we're going to talk about it. This week on Gilmore Girls,
the
episode is titled
set up a chemical gas attack on Side 3, and Camille and Ayuk have to shut it down, and the gas tank says Dengar on it.
That's right. In a way, two of the ladies in this episode almost face Dengar. This week's episode, Concert Interruptus. Yeah, it's a pretty good.
Oh, I get it. It's a play on Coitus Interruptus.
Yes. So this is interesting. So the Bangles, of course, the band that did Walk Like an Egyptian, among some other things.
Yeah, that song from JoJo.
Uh-huh.
I can't believe they did a JoJo reference in this. That's pretty crazy.
It's pretty wild when you think about it.
Really timely. Because that was before JoJo even came out.
I know, they really called it. Well, I mean, those chapters of JoJo were already out.
No. This is before the anime came out. That was the first release of the JoJo Adventures.
I don't think that's true.
Franchise.
Is there a stand called Eternal Flame? That seems like a good stand name.
No.
Well, for future use whenever he finishes the next one.
JoJo Land will be coming out like in March.
Oh. So yeah, this is my thing here with this Bangles concert that everybody's like they think is gonna be like a fun, cool time. So the Bangles are a band that primarily existed in like the mid '80s.
Yes.
That was when like they had their career peak. So to me, this is one of those situations where it feels like a writer who is just writing something that they like. Like, you remember in Full House when, like, the Beach Boys would show up? That's what this feels like.
No, I do not remember.
Because no kid once knows who the Beach Boys are or cares.
Well, maybe Rory would, because her mom just forces all of her pop cultural taste on her. But, like, none of her friends would give a shit, and there wouldn't be college boys there. Not college boys looking for a poon.
It is weird that there's some college boys at this Bangles concert, which I guess if I'm judging the audience... Yeah, I'm judging the audience, they would have to be like looking for MILFs or something, right?
And good on them if that was the case.
It's true. That's not what they get, clearly.
Oh my god, what if they just tried to seduce Lorelai? Rory had to stop them.
That would have been funny. Also, these guys, by the way, look like they're like rejected members of NSYNC. So you can tell it's the 2000. You can tell it's the year 2000 with these haircuts, the way this is the general presentation of these college adults.
Maybe they were
adults.
I love early 2000s energy. It fills me with a very powerful, vibe. It's just
pre-9/11 optimism.
It's true. Yeah, this the air date February 15th, 2001. They didn't know what was coming. So yeah, the basic gist of this story, such that it is that Rory or Lorelai had put together this what do you call it? Yard sale, I guess. That's not really a yard sale. What do you? It's like a big.
It's a made-up thing that would have never.
They call it a rummage
Yeah, it's
sale.
rummage
Yeah, that's
sale.
right. Because you rummage through your garbage to sell all of the stuff you don't really want.
But it seems like Lorelai just buys all the garbage.
She buys a certain amount of garbage, yeah. Which is like a fun gag throughout the episode. At one point, she's wearing a very bad cowboy hat. So yeah, she. I guess this is the B plot, right? She buys she gets a jacket from stuff that she doesn't realize is Luke's, and then there's a lot of Luke lore in this episode.
Well, yeah, we're getting into the Luke arc. So now we need to get to character development.
So what she learns is that while she was just like getting back into coming into the Stars Hollow and whatnot, Luke had a very serious relationship that got broken, and this is what she happens to be wearing is the jacket of his ex,
that he stole from her.
That he kept, yes. And he responds poorly, I think is the best way to put it, by just like screaming.
He has like a total meltdown. It's like it's inexplicable.
To the point where he's like, pour your own coffee, and just like leaves his own restaurant. Yeah, it sounds like maybe he has some issues that he should work out.
Probably.
Anyway, in terms of developing Luke into a more well-rounded character, I guess it works in the sense that it seems like he now has a different layer to him. Yes. A weakness that isn't just that he likes Lorelai.
I mean, if someone took Lorelai hostage, that could be... They would basically have him in the palm of their hands, I think.
Yeah, you're right. He'd probably be like he'd probably start crying. Big baby.
Or he would throw a coffee cup and kill every involved party, including Lorelai, and then fall to his knees
like
in
Punisher
despair.
Warzone.
Yeah, what I think is that's the thing. What I think the problem is with Luke is that his hands are registered weapons. That's why
True.
he has to set the coffee pot down, because he's so angry he might just kill everyone in that restaurant. And he knows
True.
it. There's a reason he's only stayed in Stars Hollow. It's because if he steps foot outside, he's liable to just go off.
I would strongly agree with that analysis.
And I think further episodes are going to only showcase this further, that Luke is just a raging animal inside of him. There's a
if he did let the
beast.
If he did let the beast out, they'd have to get a cop like Harry Bosch to put him down.
When are we going to do the Gilmore Girls power scaling episode where we
no tons of TNT, please.
I feel like you've asked this question before. I feel like we actually did power scale at some point.
Did we?
I honestly don't remember, but I do feel like this conversation has happened before.
All right.
Okay, well, how many tons of TNT is Luke's punch? Just tell me right now.
Battle. Team A is Weiss. Team B is Luke, Lorelai's dad, and Tristan, who wins.
Well, having Tristan on your team already makes me want to root against you. But Luke is on there, so...
I'm pretty sure Weiss has to do his time canceling power to survive this situation.
Yeah. I think Weiss does manage to kill Tristan very easily. And then he probably gives a heart attack to the already heart attack prone dad.
Oh, yeah.
But Luke he's no match for Luke.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Will Luke need his coffee power up to win, though?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, he needs at least a coffee pot in his hand.
Otherwise, his reflexes won't be good enough to keep up with Wiss's mastered ultra instinct.
Yeah, this is the truth.
Okay, yeah, that seems pretty accurate to me.
Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, that's basically the B plot. I don't know why I started with that, but, So the basic deal here is that Lorelai and Rory, they're having this rummage sale, so all of this stuff just gets like thrown around their house. And they have to go through it, see what's in there, see what's not in there.
It's a real mess.
It's a real mess in there. This doesn't stop some of Lorelai's least favorite people from her school from coming over to do prep for a debate, I think is what they're doing.
And by
here.
least favorite people, you mean everyone. Since
She doesn't have any friends there. But mainly Paris and the other two ladies who are, their names escape me. I think Madeline is one. I don't remember the other one. Anyway, they're...
Amethyst.
Sure. Amethyst. Is that like a new energy drink?
Like the gemstone.
Yeah, it's not thirst.
Then what is it?
It's thist.
Amethyst.
You need amethyst.
Yeah, I could go for that.
It's a delightfully purple energy drink.
Oh, that's...
Naturally purple amethyst. So yeah, they eventually come over. Well, for one, Paris is not happy at all with the possibility of having to work with Rory. She is. We do get established that she does. Well, I mean, we already knew this, I guess, right? That she has a thing for Tristan. Tristan is like flirting with her at one point. Yeah. And at least I do appreciate that Paris is not dumb enough to just believe that he suddenly has an interest in her. So that's good. That's good. She's acutely aware of him being a shitty person, but she's like, well, he's cute anyway, I guess. He's cute in a very early 2000s way.
The most dangerous kind of way.
That's right, yeah.
Personally, I'm not attracted to him.
Tristan's a guy who listens to a lot of Limp Bizkit, I bet.
Oh, no.
He's thought long and hard about both Nookies and Crabnets.
How do you come up with Limp Bizkit? How does that happen?
How does the band come up with the name, or like how it happen at all? Like
there's a stand-in JoJo named Limp Bizkit.
Oh.
Limp Bizkit.
Now, I was thinking, how do you come up with a name for the band? But the other question's also valid.
I honestly don't know. I'm not really an expert.
Z's were very in vogue in the late 90s.
It's true. Z's, K's where C's should be.
And Limp, I mean, after Nirvana, everyone was kind of into being low energy, nihilist. It was cool to be low energy. It's countercultural.
Although the band itself is not low energy.
Yeah, that's a double subversion, Swanson.
It's like the opposite of low energy, because they're always like, I'm going to fuck some shit up. My name's Fred Durst, and I'm here to say,
I hate Mondays.
It's true. I bet you really hates Mondays. Yeah, I guess subversive would be him being like, I love Mondays and Fridays suck.
They should make a song about how they love Mondays because it's a great day to relax.
I love Mondays. I don't fucking work.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. You love waking up on a Monday,
it's
hearing
just
everybody.
One of those days.
Every day for me, because I don't work.
11 a.m. Look at my phone.
Stair loves like
getting up. Bullshit on Twitter.
Getting up on Monday and seeing like people complaining about it being Monday, and like he lets out a really satisfied sigh that he doesn't have to do any work that day.
Yeah. It is weird that Garfield hates Mondays when he's a very lazy man. Well, cat. He's not a man, but
is that the joke?
Yes.
That is the joke. Yeah.
When you think about it, Garfield's a lot like Heathcliff.
No, wrong. Very different characters.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's
Heathcliff
it for
is way more nuanced.
I guess that's it for TV tuners this week. See you later.
Heathcliff seems like a very active, hardworking, industrious cat.
Yeah, he's also got a lot more friends than Garfield, I think. Garfield only hangs out with like two people.
With Odie and Normal.
Yeah. And like tolerates his owner. Meanwhile, like, everybody that Heathcliff encounters is always like, he's a good guy, that Heathcliff. Even when he's doing something, like, inexplicable, like using a thing of chewing gum to make, like, a hot air balloon.
I would die for him. Only if you wanted me to.
Or he's in, like, a ham tank wearing a ham helmet.
Yeah, and the caption says, "Children love the ham tank." That's an actual one Keo just mentioned, by the way.
Oh, it says meat.
Oh, yeah, children love the meat tank. That's right. That's an actual one that I remember because it was perhaps the most inscrutable.
Yeah, so he's in front of a meat store.
He's in a meat tank? Is he, like, crushing cars underneath?
No, he's just driving down the street, like, kind of casual.
There's no indication of what he's going to do with the tank?
No, there's just a crowd of cheering children watching the tank drive down the street.
Is he, like, going to overthrow the government? Is this like the 1991 Soviet coup?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the beautiful thing about Heathcliff Stairs. A lot of it's up to the imagination. It's open to interpretation what it means when this meat store proprietor says, "Children love the meat tank."
This isn't even made out of meat. It just says meat on it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And it also has a flag that says meat on it as well.
Yeah, this guy should be doing political cartoons instead of Heathcliff.
I think in the future, these are going to be the political cartoons.
There's going to be a deeply hateful message.
Well, I just imagine, like, you remember how, like, sometimes you would look in the history book at school and there'd be, like, a cartoon in there? Imagine, like, in the future, your kids are, like, scrolling through the history tablet and they see, like, just a picture of Heathcliff in, like, the 9/11 category.
I mean, compared to modern memes, they make about as much sense. It would make it about as much sense.
There's something delightful about Heathcliff.
Yeah.
Anyway, as for this episode, so they begrudgingly go over to Rory's house. The two non-Paris women, Madeline and Amethyst, they seem to warm up to Rory because they're actually capable of having conversations, I guess. Paris is very uninterested. She just wants to get the work done and leave. They think it's pretty cool that her mom is, like, young, I guess.
I don't know if they think it's cool, but they think it's interesting anyway.
Yeah, they think it's interesting, I guess. And Lorelai's like, "Hey, listen, you don't got any friends at school. Why don't I give you the 4 tickets that we got? Because Lane couldn't go because her mom is, as has been established last week, her mother, and she bans her from going. So it was just going to be the 3 of them. So then she gives them the tickets, and her and Sookie get, like, nosebleed tickets that are, I guess, according to her, the worst tickets ever, which she says loudly enough for the 2 men sitting next to her to stare at her unbelievably.
Sad.
I know no one else noticed this, but I was taken aback by the one guy who was next to Lorelai when she says that these seats are so bad, and he says that he doesn't find it very funny. I was taken aback by how large his forehead was.
I did not observe this.
It was a big boy.
Sort of like a Michael Chiklis in the Commish situation.
Yeah, that's one. Yes, of course.
Oh.
But yeah, they hang out for a bit. They do the bit where it's like, "Oh, you're jealous of Luke's old girlfriend." She's like, "Oh, no, I'm not, because I don't care about that. I'm not interested in him at all."
Wow, yeah, sure.
And like a giant red letters, like liars flashing on the screen. "This is a lie. This has been a test of the emergency lie network." It's like beeping on the screen.
They should have a guy in a suit interrupt the program to walk onto the screen and tell you about how this isn't This is not true.
Yeah, like an Alfred Hitchcock type figure just sort of walks onto the screen just to be like, this is a lie.
Or Todd McFarlane.
Yeah. So, meanwhile,
as
Rory...
a fair warning to the audience, if Lorelai says one more lie, she will be assassinated.
Snipers are trained on her location. Meanwhile, Rory and all of them are hanging out watching the Bangles. It is actually the Bangles there. They're playing songs and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, Paris actually ends up liking the show a lot, and I guess her and Rory bond over this situation.
That's crazy.
I don't know. It was kind of inscrutable to me. Not inscrutable. It was kind of just like confusing to me. I didn't track what exactly about the situation. I guess because the other two girls like get yelled at. Paris likes that. I don't know what the situation is exactly. Or maybe she just really likes music.
I hate music.
I hate music too.
Yeah, Keo's every time music is playing around Keo, he like covers his ears and says, "Turn that racket off."
Trying to think over here.
I can't think over these loud noises. And it's at like a very low volume.
I'm always like philosophizing and thinking about things, so.
Yeah, that's true. You know, Socrates hated music too.
Well, that seems more like a Diogenes thing.
He died from music, like it upset him so much he just died.
Yeah, that's how they got him.
They had a guy play the LARP so well he exploded.
It's true. They don't tell you about that in the history books.
No. The harp, I mean. Not the LARP.
No, he dressed up. And it was so good that Socrates had a heart attack and died.
Yeah.
So yeah, they the Madeline and Amethyst, they see these two boys here, and they decide that they're gonna go hang out with them at this party. Very, very dumb thing to do. Obviously, I feel like the show makes it pretty clear this is a stupid thing to do. Lorelai underlines it again for those in the back who are like, this would be totally cool, I guess. So there's a weird bit here. After the concert, they realize that the girls are going missing, so they go searching for them at this New York apartment. Did you guys catch the only black character to show up in Gilmore Girls so far?
Yeah, she doesn't want to do her job.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, it's not really her job. It's that she doesn't like talking to people.
What is her job?
That's not a job.
Isn't she? I wasn't looking at the screen, which I thought that they were talking to the receptionist
of the apartment complex.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if. I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know if New York apartments have receptionists, especially not the ones that are like this.
So yeah, Lorelai's like, "Hey, give us these girls back," and then a bunch of guys come out of the hallway, and Lorelai has to fight her way through them. And it's all shot in one take. Yeah,
at one point she throws a microwave at one of them.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
Pretty crazy. I didn't know she was that strong. This is really going to affect the power scaling vids.
Yeah, and Luke wasn't even there to help. Really, like she just does it all herself. So it's It was a pretty good hallway fight sequence, I'd probably rate it 2 Daredevils out of 4.
4.
That's not bad.
Yeah. So she gets the ladies. They peace out. She gives them a stern talking to, and then I guess that affects her Rory's social status.
Oh yeah,
maybe it doesn't at all.
They got cock blocked, dude.
Yeah, I guess I don't know.
Well, what did you think they were there for, Swanson? To get to know them?
I meant I guess that would affect your status.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. But her and Paris are I don't know. mildly okay with each other.
Yeah, Paris likes seeing other people's fun ruined.
Paris is not my friend.
True.
Luke is my friend.
He's a good guy. Him and Lorelai do make up. He's like, yeah, you know, she gives him the shirt back, and he's or the jacket back, and he's like, listen, I'm not like pining for her or anything. All right, this is just like memories and stuff. And
just really into you.
I'm
not going to say that.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's pretty much the end of the episode there. It was all right.
Lord.
I don't know. This does a thing that I don't really dig in sitcoms. I think do it a lot in general, which is like, here's a band. Get ready, because here's this band, and they're gonna eat up a couple minutes of the runtime, baby.
It was like 1 minute.
It was longer than a minute. Trust me. I was looking at the screen,
waiting for it to end.
That's what happens when you watch TV. You usually look at the screen.
I was looking. Well, you'd be surprised.
Oh yes, there wasn't.
You'd be surprised what makes you look away. Sometimes it's a concert. For a band that you like vaguely know.
It's a very, very important band that everyone cares about, including every character in the show.
True. It also, this does feel like Gilmore Girls aired on the WB in like and obviously in the early 2000s. So this definitely feels like the WB type of deal where like a band is just playing.
Yeah, Warner Brothers.
It would happen on Buffy all the time.
The Bojangles were owned by Warner Brother Music, and Warner Brother has the rights to the JoJo anime. So
that tracks. Yeah, So yeah, they had the Bojangles there playing.
That's crazy.
With Amethyst.
How could they possibly do this?
Anyway, I'll give it a light tune in, even with all of that. It was a pretty alright ep, I guess.
I'll give it a 2
things considered.
I think those girls should have been like sold to like a human trafficking guy, and Lorelai had to find them before the time ran out. You
wanted a 24 and Taken mashup.
Yeah. Well, Taken's already a Taken clock.
Oh, I guess. All right. Yeah. So you wanted a Taken mashup. I would be okay with that, but only if there was a scene where Lorelai scaled a fence from like 5 different angles.
Yeah.
And it was 15 seconds long.
Maybe one of those newer Gilmore Girls things they do that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll tune in on this, but yeah, I do want them to take the show to extreme new action heights.
Well, we still got 1 episode left. Maybe that's what'll happen.
Yeah, maybe Lorelai will have to fight a bunch of Hugo Weavings next week.
Oh my gosh, Mrs. Gilmore!
There should be a sniper who just starts taking characters out.
Oh my god, that would be very horrifying.
Yeah, who's the first to go, Keo? Vegetable guy.
Yeah,
I think that would be
guy first.
That'd be a pretty suitable, shocking, horrifying death to just start us out.
Like he's bringing in like a crate of like some new vegetable that
he's holding like a giant carrot, and the carrot gets shot, and it goes through with the carrot into his heart. Like the carrot explodes in his hands.
And then he explodes in the hands of Sookie.
Yeah.
Also, it's pronounced Suki.
Suki, yes.
I did it for the Suki.
Hey, that's what Limp Bizkit says. On that note, we'll be back next week with more TV goodness. Until then, keep drinking coffee. Bye. It's over.
Hey folks, time for the TV Tuners Fact of the Week. Did you know that Stairmaster regularly attends concerts in order to find young women?
No! No!